Welcome to the OrchidWeb.com Learning Center. For this video, we will demonstrate how to repot using standard orchid bark mix. Orchids are often grown in plastic pots with bark. In order to keep a healthy root system, we need to repot every 1 to 2 years. For this example, we will be repotting a Paphiopedilum, also known as the Asian lady slipper orchid. Fresh bark is generally tan to brown in color. In this case, we can tell the bark is old and broken down because it is darkened in color and almost black. There is also moss growing on top of the potting material. Here's what you will need to repot your orchid. A pair of rubber or latex gloves to keep your hands clean. A pair of scissors to trim dead roots or leaves. The scissors should also be sterilized by soaking them in alcohol or bleach. A properly sized plastic pot. When repotting orchids, if the orchid is root-bound, generally a 1/2 inch to 1 inch larger pot is used. Otherwise, the same size pot can be used again. A nearby water source is necessary for rinsing and cleaning the root system. It is also good to get the root system wet before repotting, as it makes the roots more flexible and less prone to damage. A trash can to dispose of the old potting medium. Here we have Orchids Limited Standard Orchid Bark Mix, which consists of Douglas fir bark, sponge rock, and charcoal. A label and pen are optional to record the date of your repot. Let's begin. The first step is to slightly squeeze the pot to help loosen the pot off of the root system. This is often helpful if you have a root-bound orchid. Hold the base of the orchid while removing the plastic pot with your other hand. Remove the old potting material by gently running your fingers through the root system. Often leaves at the bottom of the orchid are old and start to turn yellow when they die. These may also be removed at this time. We can determine live and dead roots by squeezing them. Firm and hard roots are alive, whereas hollow or mushy roots are dead. Cut out and remove the old dead roots. Thoroughly rinse off the root system to clean off all old potting material. Hold the orchid by the axis where the roots are just starting to emerge and center it in the new pot. The white roots we see here are new and just emerging. We must be careful not to damage them while filling in with new bark. While holding the axis of the plant with one hand, use your other hand to fill in the potting material. Help the potting material settle to the bottom in between the roots by gently pressing down from above and tapping the side of the pot. Make sure that your plant is stable in the pot. Orchids that are loose or wobbly at the axis will not have a good recovery. Now would be a good time to write the date on a label to keep track of when you last repotted your orchid. We have now successfully repotted our orchid. One thing to remember is that fresh bark does not retain moisture as well as old bark does. It is important to increase watering for the first 2 to 3 months to help break in the new potting material. Thank you for accessing the OrchidWeb.com Learning Center. Good luck and happy growing!